Signs that you are with the wrong person. Let's start with the obvious. The person you are dating, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or you have been out on 5 dates, starts telling you that one day you will meet the right man or the right woman, or you will make one woman so happy one day. Or for example, the lady you consider to be your girlfriend tells you that, you know what, I just have so much on my plate right now that can we please put our acquaintance relationship on hold, and I need a break, and in a month or 2 we will continue dating. When you hear statements like that, you stop investing your time, you stop wasting your time for this relationship and for this person. You don't need to prove to someone that you are worthy of their love, that they should choose you. No, if you have heard such a statement, you finish that acquaintance, that relationship, and you walk away, you move on. The next sign that you are with the wrong person, with the wrong woman, for example, is the fact that she's not investing time into your relationship, into your acquaintance. For example, once we have been contacted by a gentleman, and he said that he has met a Ukrainian lady on Tinder and he really liked her and she was perfect, but unfortunately she was not that much into him, and he wanted to prove to her that he is worthy and that they will make a perfect couple, and he hoped that if he has hired us, that girl would actually feel jealous and she would finally agree to be his girlfriend. He said that after meeting on Tinder, he flew to meet her and he felt instant chemistry, but the lady was reluctant to start a relationship with him, so he has decided to surprise her and to actually fly to see her again. And later on he has learned that she didn't like surprises because she already had lots of plans with her friends, with her family, lots of obligations, and she could have met him only for breakfast the day he was leaving. So after that, he has warned her beforehand that he planned to travel to meet her, and she said that yes, she'll find the time. But once he flew over to meet her in her city, well, she was able to meet him only for one dinner, and she brought her friend with her because her friend was also visiting her in her home city. So this gentleman had a plan to start dating other women, start meeting other women, to make this girl feel jealous and to actually choose him. Crazy plan. Really crazy plan. Don't act like that. And he showed me photos of that girl he thought was perfect for him. She was pretty, probably early to middle 20s, blonde, beautiful blue eyes, high cheekbones, long hair, lips with fillers, and on the picture she was posing with her friend and with this gentleman, and the gentleman here tried to lean into her while the girl was leaning away from him to her girlfriend, and she has even placed her purse between herself and this man to make the distance, this border between them, even more defined. So by her body language you could tell that she was not into him at all. The whole story, the whole situation screamed to me pathetic and desperate. And this gentleman here is, by the way, 33, he was tall, pretty good looking, so I can't tell that he looked like Brad Pitt, but he was handsome and he had a good stable job, nice personality. I couldn't understand his obsession with that girl. To say that she was the most beautiful, attractive woman I have ever seen, no. I have seen plenty of beautiful women in Ukraine, in Poland, in Germany, in the United States. So yes, she was young and pretty, so I could understand why he found her attractive, but not that type of beauty when you can't forget it, when it leaves such a huge imprint on your soul. No. The gentleman said that he has realized that he needed help. He wanted to get that blonde girl out of his system, so we have signed the contract and we have started introducing him to ladies. Beautiful younger ladies, all in their middle 20s, with blonde hair, with dark blonde hair, with darker hair color. And the ladies, they actually like him during the dates, so they have showed interest, and he has noticed the difference in dynamic when the lady is interested, when she tries to give the good first impression, when she tries to invest time and effort. but still he was comparing them to that blonde. In his opinion, that blonde lady was so much more attractive and so much more special, and he felt chemistry. So he was just stubborn, let's be honest, because realistically she was not more attractive, she was not that special. Beauty is in the eye of a beholder, of course, we know that, but still there are like certain features that the majority of people would find attractive, like for example clean healthy skin, or usefulness, long healthy hair, straight teeth. So you can tell when a person is not traditionally attractive, but the ladies we have been introducing him to, they were very attractive women, and he also said that they were attractive, but in his opinion that blonde that didn't want to date him was way more attractive. And of course he has sabotaged all the dates with the ladies we have introduced him to, because despite their interest after 2 or 3 dates, they felt that he was not really present, that he was not really attentive, that it took him time to return their texts, and they lost interest. And finally that blonde with whom our client was so desperately obsessed has posted a picture on Instagram with a guy writing that that's her boyfriend, and she has changed her status on Facebook, and the gentleman was so sad. At the end of the day, this gentleman has wasted lots of great opportunities, like being introduced to beautiful ladies who have showed interest, and he has wasted lots of his time. He has wasted lots of his pride. He was obsessed over a woman who was obviously not into him. So another red flag that you are with the wrong person is the fact that this lady doesn't want to date you. She's not investing any time, any effort. Well, of course, if you are okay with being her plan B, plan C, so you're okay that you are not her #1 choice, well, you can play this masochistic game. But if you're looking for someone with whom you can build a lasting, meaningful relationship, that's crazy to invest so much time and effort into someone who doesn't want to date you, someone who doesn't want you and makes it really obvious. So if you don't want to be someone's backup plan, don't be. Another red flag, a lady doesn't want to acknowledge your relationship. She avoids any physical contact. Let's say you have been out on 4 to 5 dates. 4 to 5 dates is usually a milestone when you can make up your mind if you want to proceed dating this person, if you see some potential. And if she continues going out on dates with you, but she tries not to hold your hand when you're in public, or for example, she tries not to lean into you, not to sit next to you, so my guess is she is in a relationship, so she is not single, or she is so repulsed by you, so not attracted to you, but she likes dining out, that she tries to act like she is into you, but she can't even fake holding hands. So if you have been out on 4 to 5 dates and she avoids physical contact, to me, this is a huge red flag. Also, if you have been out on more than 7-8 dates and she doesn't want to introduce you to her friends and she doesn't want to acknowledge your existence, for example, you have been out on 8 dates and you're sitting at the restaurant or at the cafe and your friend or colleague runs into you and she introduces you as, "That's Jeremy," or "That's my acquaintance," this is not a good sign. Let's assume you have been out on 5 dates or more. You have been out on real dates, so it was not just a pen pal relationship when you communicate purely online. And after these 5+ dates, she gives you mixed signals. Like today she tells you that she likes you so much and she wants to continue building a relationship with you. And the next day she tells you that, oh, you can't be together, or she's afraid that you're so incompatible. And then again she wants to be with you and you're making plans for the weekend, and then she tells you that that's too soon, we have to cancel everything. So she keeps giving you these mixed signals, and all the time you feel like on the roller coaster. And it has been 5 dates or 6 dates and there is already so much drama, like you don't know whether today she will like you or hate you, whether she will be willing to date you or not to date you. this is a great indicator that right now you have to finish this. If you want to build a serious, healthy, lasting relationship, for sure you don't want to live in this dramatic la-la land when every day you have to face the new drama. Of course, some people adore drama. For them, drama equals love. If there is no drama, there is no true love, there are no true feelings, and they find such relationship plain and not interesting. And guess what? Such people usually they jump from one dramatic relationship into the other, and the more drama they have, the better. I assume that our viewers are not like that, and you want to build really a healthy, meaningful relationship that will make you feel happier. You don't want to constantly, permanently take part in the theater, and you don't want to live on this roller coaster. So if you see that she is too dramatic, overly dramatic, and she overreacts to everything, so you haven't done anything to upset her that much, and nothing of true importance has actually taken place, but she is so dramatic, she is overreacting, and if you really want to build a healthy, lasting, meaningful relationship, I would stop dating that person. I would stop dating that drama queen. Drama doesn't equal love. Real life is dramatic enough, and if you want to spice up things, you can go to watch a show, to the theater, you can read a book, you don't need to bring drama home. So at the early stage, even if you really like the way she looks, even if sex is truly good, but there is too much drama, finish it. And another red flag that you are dating the wrong person is the fact that she constantly complains. She complains about everything. She doesn't like anything you do. It's always your fault. You always do things in the wrong way. And usually such people complain not only about the behavior of their partner. They don't like coffee at Starbucks. They don't like the weather. They hate the hotel. Internet is too slow. People are too stupid. You can imagine the current, right? Well, unless you're a complainer yourself and you really love complaining, you're a type of a person who always asks to see a manager, to talk to a manager, then perhaps you would be a perfect match and you could become this doer who always complains and always write these nasty reviews on Google for everything, then go for it. If you are not that person, don't date negative people. If she is negative and upset about everything, if she is always unhappy, that's not your job to make her happy. Choose a happy person. Of course, we all have our ups and downs, and it is the key that not every day you feel like 100%, and sometimes you feel sad. Sometimes, well, unexpected situations happens, and well, she might need your support. But if you have started dating her, you have been out on, let's say, 5-8 dates, or you have been dating for 2 months, and she is constantly negative, don't date her. On my way to Munich to film these videos in the airport, I have witnessed a lady who tried to pass the security check with an open bottle of wine and 2 bottles of water. And of course, the security guard didn't let her, and police came, and she was complaining, shouting, she was very loud, she had the strong British accent, and she was calling them names, very nasty situation, and well, she has held the line. Like, everybody was waiting for her to throw away her drinks and to finish with her security check, but there was this guy in line who was actually nodding intact with her complaints, and I could actually see by his facial expression that he agreed with her, while the rest of people, we tried to hide our disgust and dissatisfaction because we had to wait like 15 minutes, and this guy, he was actually like. So unless you are a complainer yourself, if you actually are a happy, optimistic person, don't date a Karen, don't date a complainer, even if she is hot and 15 years younger. Just don't go there, you will regret it. You're with the wrong person if you have totally different values and long-term goals. For example, you're working really hard to afford a house because you believe once you buy a house of your own, you can actually have kids there, raise a family, it's a big investment. And your girlfriend, she thinks that life is so short and it doesn't make much sense to save for a house, when you can spend this money to travel to Goa or to Bali, and she wants to have beautiful clothes, she wants to see exciting shows, she doesn't want to be on a budget, she doesn't want to be saving money, well, she wants to spend everything she earns. You will have a problem. Of course, sex can be really good and you can have many hobbies that you share in common, but if your values, if your attitude to money is really different, you will end up this relationship fighting over money over and over again. And at the end, she will blame you on being greedy, on being too serious, on being too negative, even being old, and you will complain and call her juvenile, that she has wasted your time, that she is not good with money, etc. So it is important when you date someone to check if your long-term goals and values actually align, if you are on the same page. When we are talking about long-term goals, a gentleman can assume that, well, she is female, so for sure she wants to get married and to have children. And the lady, she can be dreaming about finishing a PhD or getting a job at that company, being promoted, becoming a photographer, starting her own business. So kids are, well, it's not something she really wants, or she doesn't want them like within the next 3 to 5 years, maybe like in 10 years or 15 years. And you can have lots in common. Physical attraction can be strong, but you will end up this relationship feeling disappointed and feeling like you have wasted so much time because your long-term goals do not align. Or the vice versa situation, when the lady is dreaming about the ring, the wedding, she wants to have kids, and the gentleman thinks that, hey, I'm just 32, I'm not ready for that, I'm not ready to settle down. But he really likes spending time with her. She is his girlfriend and sex is good, they have many common friends and they have many plans, so why not to follow with these plans, and maybe she will change her mind, maybe she will wait 5 years for that ring, and the ring can never actually come. So if you have really different long-term goals, if you have really different values, if you have really different understanding about kids, money, gender roles, you should end this relationship. You are dating the wrong person, you are wasting your time. And I want to give you a few more examples about different attitude to money and different attitude to gender roles. For example, a lady thinks that, oh, she is very beautiful, she is very young, so a man must provide for her, because she is exchanging her years and her beauty for his assets in a way. She can really like him, she can be in love with him, but in her world picture, pretty ladies date successful, rich men, and these men, they must fulfill all their demands. And you can have really different opinion because, well, you are also young and handsome, and you believe that you are not cut to be a sugar daddy. You don't want to have a sugar baby girlfriend. So in this case, you won't have your happily ever after, because she has her own attitude and she has built her own picture about a perfect relationship, a scenario she wants to live in, and you have your own vision. In this case, it would be better for both of you if you part ways, and she keeps looking for her sugar daddy while you keep looking for a girlfriend and not a sugar baby. Or for example, a lady believes that clothes must be only designers, and she spends all her money on trendy shoes, trendy bags, trendy jewelry, well, because she lives and breathes fashion. It is important to her. And the gentleman, he likes her looks, he likes her age, but he believes it is insane to spend several $1,000s on a dress when you can buy something for 40 euros in Zara. And he thinks that she will change her mind. Once they start dating, for sure she will settle, she will be more smart, and she will start buying very simple but still nice clothes at Zara. She will change her expensive tastes, and together with you she will start saving for a house. No, she won't. You will just waste each other's time, and at the end you both will feel disappointed and brokenhearted. Sometimes people simply refuse to face the reality that their boyfriend or girlfriend has really different long-term goals. For example, he dreams about this picket white fence and a house, having a dog, having 3 kids, and she dreams to travel the world and to become a professional model or an Instagram blogger. And he thinks that, you know what, that's just a whim and it will change, and once I propose to her, she will magically change her mind. Not going to happen. Or a lady honestly tells to a man that she doesn't want to have a serious relationship, that she doesn't want to date anyone at the moment, but she's okay to be friends with benefits. And the man thinks that, okay, she will change her mind. She will fall in love with me, and once I give her the ring, she will want to have my babies. No, she won't. When people tell you up front that right now I don't want a relationship, it's not a signal that you have to change their mind. No. Another strong indicator that you are wrong for each other is the fact that the majority of your friends and family do not like her, and they openly tell you that they believe she's not for you. Well, a prominent example is perhaps Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Of course, I understand that sometimes it can happen that, for example, your Jewish mother believes that all women in this world, they are not worthy of her fantastic son, her sunshine. It might have happened. For example, your best friend or younger sister feels jealous because right now you're spending much more time with your girlfriend. But if the majority of your friends, the majority of your family, including your parents, grandparents, and your siblings, are against your girlfriend, and they openly tell you that they don't like her, and perhaps they even give you reasons why they don't like her, I would recommend you to listen to those reasons. Of course, I assume that your family and your friends want the best to you and you have fantastic relationship. If you are not really close with your family, you're not on speaking terms, or you don't have any friends, then opinion of a bartender or a dry cleaning lady, it shouldn't matter. You're with the wrong person if your relationship constantly makes you feel unhappy and stressed. Well, all couples fight. It's inevitable. From time to time you will have misunderstandings, but if all the time, permanently, you feel really unhappy and really stressed, you can't relax when you're with your girlfriend or when you're without her, that's a huge indicator that you're with the wrong person. You're with the wrong person if you can't build mutual trust between each other. Of course, situations can be different, and we all come up with baggage from previous relationships, with our own insecurities, with our traumas from childhood, etc. Once we have been working with a gentleman and his ex-wife was cheating on him, and she was cheating on him for years, and he has found out about it. So for him it was not very easy to trust women again. So the lady we have introduced him to, she had to walk on eggshells sometimes because her boyfriend at the time could be easily triggered. But he had so many other fantastic qualities, and together they have managed to build this mutual trust, and now they're happily married. Still, her husband is sometimes unreasonably suspicious, but she tries not to give him any reasons not to trust her. For example, there is no code on her phone, and she doesn't go to another room to take the phone call, and she always tells him where she goes to do yoga, to take kid to school, to meet with her friend. So they have made it work together. If it is really hard for you to trust people, consider talking to a psychologist. Perhaps you really need therapy, and after that it will be easier for you to build relationships. If it is complicated for you and for your partner to build mutual trust, you can do a couple therapy, you can talk to a psychologist, and perhaps it will help. However, if you have tried all this and you still can't build mutual trust, perhaps it is time to part ways. Another indicator that you are dating the wrong person is the fact that she keeps comparing you to other men, or for example to her ex or to her father, and she constantly tells you that, well, she preferred them. For example, her father did it better, or her ex-husband did it better, or Tatiana's husband does it better. The trick is to find a partner for whom you would be the best in the world. So she will think that you are the best man for her, that you're the smartest, that you're the handsomest for her, that you are really good for her because you are her partner. Another indicator that you are dating the wrong person is the fact that you have to constantly keep fighting for her attention and love. She always makes it look like it is a hard choice between going out with her friends and spending time with you, or she would prefer to spend time with her sister at work, doing yoga and not spending it with you. You want to be with someone who would truly appreciate and cherish you, someone for whom you and time with you will be a priority. For sure, you deserve it. And the last but not least indicator that you are dating the wrong partner is the fact that you can't be yourself in this relationship. Here I don't want to say that you have to stop caring how you look and you can walk around your partner and talk to her without brushing your teeth, or for example you stop collecting your laundry and you throw it around the house. No, but with the right person you can relax and you can be yourself. You don't feel this need to constantly pretend to be someone else, to fit in the mold of the perfect partner she has created in her head. So if you can't relax around your partner, she is not for you and you are not for her. Guys, if you have managed to watch this one till the end, first of all, thank you for watching. Don't forget to press like, to subscribe to our channel, and if you can think of other red flags that indicates that you are dating the wrong person, please write them in the comments below. I will see you in the next one. Svetlana Mukhar, specially for Diolli.com from Munich, Germany.